A vision becomes real not when life gets easier, but when you become stronger. And as Sushma Swaraj, a former Minister of External Affairs India, rightly said, strength does not come from physical capacity, it comes from inner persistence. Inspired by a role model like her, I see that same strength in every woman, a mother, daughter, and wife who keeps showing up even when she is exhausted, even when she doubts herself. So, real strength, my dear friends, is persistence disguised as grace. It's the art of showing up again and again, even when nobody claps for you. The flourishing woman is not just my journey, it's the strength that I have lived and what I want to share with you today. It's the journey from silence to soul fire. The moment you stop asking for permissions and start becoming your own revolution. For centuries, our ambition was lost in the domestic duties, tucked behind kitchens, responsibilities, and expectations. But here is something that most people never acknowledged, that if Nitya could keep her dreams alive while managing a home, raising a family, and nurturing every relationship, and still manage to build a strategy, leadership, and resilience around the people she loved, then it clearly teaches the very qualities that every corporate boardroom and leadership roles need today. Research shows that over 70% of women continue to work even after motherhood because the world has finally begun to realize what we have always known. The skills women develop at home comes even before ambition. And that is the flourishing way where persistence is power and you build a foundation so strong that you not only rise but help others rise with you. For me, it began with my mother. My mother, who became a parent at the age of 17, and yet she decided to complete her education, which she did not for degrees or certificates, but to stand with dignity, to show her children that education is not just about books, it is about self respect. Watching her study while raising us is when I understood what persistence truly is. It is to continue even when it is difficult. And I carried that fire forward. I studied engineering, worked with Google, not for money, but in search of who I really was. So, even with all the education, a respectable job, something felt misaligned. So, I went on to pursue my master's in public administration, psychology, English literature, until I found the purpose that truly felt mine. So that's when I realized that persistence is not repetition, it is to adapt. It is to adapt and continue to find your purpose until you become who you are meant to be, and persist until your vision becomes your reality. That's the first choice, my dear friends. If you desire and believe you can flourish, choose to be persistent. And once you have chosen persistence, the second choice to flourish is to be confident. In psychology, confidence is defined as the ability to overcome challenges and succeed. Confidence is an acquirable skill which makes one feel emotionally secure about themselves while having a healthy self esteem. So, I grew up in a business family, a protected environment where comfort was always in my reach. But my life changed the day I became an army wife. Because behind that uniform, I, I found myself in silent battles, unspoken expectations, unsaid responsibilities. And suddenly, I found myself supporting his family, families of soldiers, holding space for their worries, their welfare, and becoming their coach, their guide, their support, all while my husband was serving the nation. No calls, no reassurance, no comfort. And that's when I realized confidence is not loud. Confidence is the calm of knowing who you are, what you value, and what you will no longer tolerate. Because many people believe that an army wife lives a life of glamour and freedom, but behind that illusion is a woman who is learning to find strength quietly. And that persistence, day by day, situation by situation, became my confidence that redefined my power. My power to manage a home, raise my family, and my career. So that is the second choice to flourish, is to be confident. The third choice is to be aligned to your purpose. Becoming a mother changes a woman psychologically, emotionally, mentally, and even philosophically. It's a deep inner shift of her identity, her relationships, and her priorities. I realized that fact very early, that motherhood is not something you perform. Motherhood is something you feel. And so I practiced Garbh Sanskar during my pregnancy, which is an ancient wisdom that connects a mother's emotions to her unborn child. Doctors predicted 24 hours for the birth, but it took just two. And my child entered this world in breathing in the rhythm of mantras. And in that silent moment, I realized something life changing. A child receives his first world through mother's inner state. And that's when I learned children do not learn from what we say, they learn from what we live. And I turned inward towards my values. What do I value? What do I want my child to inherit through my presence and not perfection? So, motherhood aligned me to my core, my calm, and my becoming. And that's how Nitya's flourishing way was born. So, the third choice, my dear friends, is to be aligned to your purpose calmly yet confidently. Because alignment is when your words, your thoughts, and actions move in the same direction. And that's when your vision turns into reality. And that belief became the soul of my number one best selling book, Threads of Self Weaving Individuality in Relationships. The book which has traveled far beyond my own story, helping women across communities to rise and to redefine their power, to reclaim their voice, their identity, and their self. So that's the India I dream of, the India where women rise, not in competition, but in contribution. Thank you. Namaste. Jai Hind.